the sheer size of this storm. It is 800 miles from this point up here, up near Canada with the top of the cloud deck, all the way down to where the furthermost clouds are. Notice the areas with the clearing of the clouds by 12 o'clock here at Futurecast. Those spots that see more sunshine, the stronger the storms will be later on today. This is at 5 o'clock here. If you told me 10 years ago I'd be standing here with Ginger Z on ABC, it would be crazy. What does it mean for you to inspire that next generation and keep people into the STEM field?
That is a big part of why I do what I do.
Those poles have got to be at least 15 to 20 feet, and those waves are getting close to going over top of that pier. We wanted to show you what's going on outside, so I'm going to flip this around. This is what we're talking about with some of these back roads kind of having a little more of that black ice and just kind of that ice rink look to them. Here's what you need stepping outside. You need the sunglasses for sure, bright skies today, a jacket, some coffee, no rain gear needed. You can tuck that away at least for the next week or so. Let's let this finish out. Great rendition. All right, now it's weather time. I had to pay the respect first here on Armed Forces Day at the Delaware State Fair. Yeah.
One more time. Go ahead. We'll send it off.
We'll send it off, and then I might keep this for later. That's all right.
I'm tired, dude. I can't do this forever. So, like, maybe, you know, maybe you just kind of shadow today.
Hey, you got my number.
This is my poaching trip.
Yeah, thanks, Sean. That's one of the things you need to know today. We're talking everything Hurricane Erin and the latest on how it will impact you over the course of the day today and maybe even heading into the weekend. Tropical satellite, this monster storm about 200 miles off the coast of Cape Hatteras and the Outer Banks as well. So the closest it will get to the United States, but the impacts are going to be widespread, dealing with flooding issues from the Carolinas to us here on Delmarva, potentially up to Jersey as well, just because of the sheer size of this storm. It is 800 miles from this point up here, up near Canada with the top of the cloud deck, all the way down to where the furthermost clouds are from this storm. 800 miles. That is pretty far. It is a large storm, so that's really the issue. It's only Category 2 now with the latest update from the Hurricane Center. In fact, we're dealing with some of the outermost bands, just a couple drizzle and a little bit of some rain coming through. Not much that will be impactful. In fact, today, not dealing with any rain at all. Most of our issues are going to be out in the waters and with the winds. So Hurricane Erin, I kind of spoiled it there, down to Category 2 status. Watch the track here. It's heading well out to sea. Good agreement there. And it's going to keep Category 2 status well into the northern Atlantic and even a Category 1 storm as it gets into the most northern parts of the Atlantic Ocean before it heads off towards Europe. So this is a monster storm, still very strong, relatively speaking, for where this cooler water is. It's heading out to sea, and the reason for that is this small disturbance that helped to guide Erin out. If we did not have this, Erin very well could have made a turn towards us here on Delmarva. So the good news is this small piece of energy is what protected us from having this large storm turning up the eastern seaboard. So some good news there. Now the bad news is the storm's so big and still so strong, we have a lot of issues out there. Tropical storm warnings in the waters from Delaware, Maryland, down to Virginia, even on land in Accomack County. We're dealing with high surf advisories from Lewis, Bethany Beach, Ocean City, Chincoteague as well, and gale warnings out on the Delaware Bay. Let's head back to Ocean City. Seeing a lot of that overspray coming onto land as well. Very rough surf. That's a pretty big wave there. That might be getting close to double digits already. Waves expected to continue to strengthen later on into the afternoon hours today. That 10 to 15 foot wave pool, that starts to move through around 1, 2 o'clock. It will start to retreat as we get later in the day, but still choppy going into Friday morning. It's going to take a couple days for the seas to settle down. Tidal flooding, a major concern in the wake of Erin exiting. In fact, these areas, Dorchester, Wicomico, and Somerset, dealing with those flooding issues more so towards the weekend, while the Atlantic coastline dealing with those issues, 1 to 2 feet of inundation expected later on today. Wind gusts going to be a problem too, seeing those wind gusts sustained around 40 to 50 miles an hour, peaking up there. So around 12 to, let's say, evening hours, we're going to be dealing with wind gusts upwards of 40 miles an hour. That's where you start to see that erosion and that battering from the waves and the wind that can cause dune breaches and coastal communities to deal with flooding issues as well. Life-threatening rip currents, 10 to 15 foot waves, and windy along the coast. So John, in terms of rain, this is all that we're really getting for today. Just clouds from Erin all day long, but in the wake of the storm, it's going to be bright and sunny on Friday and Saturday, but the issues are not done. Flooding concerns and dangerous surf conditions will last into Saturday. We're getting a different round of storms on Sunday and Monday. No tropical weather expected into next week. Coastal Wilds is home to a large assortment of animals from all across the world. Brand manager Zach Bova tells us the experience here is much different than your typical zoo.
Coastal Wilds is home to over 40 different animal ambassadors. We'd like to focus on hands-on experiences with these unique animals, such as kangaroos, and we have camels, otters, sloths, capybara.
As you step inside the friendly confines, you're greeted with some of the newest arrivals here at the park.
We have a couple new capybara to add. We have a Grant zebra named Bones, and his buddies Blanche and Dorothy, who are mini donkeys. We also have curl-crested aracari. Their names are Skittles and Starburst. And we've got kookaburras over there now too, so Polly and Vinny.
Who doesn't love the world's largest and cutest rodent? As for the curl-crested aracari, they're just a fun-size version in the toucan family. Skittles and Starburst fit their names quite nicely with their vibrant and colorful coat. Now, if you think you've never heard of a kookaburra before, you are mistaken. These birds have been featured in a variety of movies, often during jungle scenes, with their world-famous laugh coming from this tiny bird. Zach tells us while not every animal is safe to be up close and personal with, there's plenty of ways to form hands-on connections with their animal ambassadors.
But if it's a high five from an otter, or it's petting a kangaroo, or it's, even getting a kiss from Ben or Jerry, our camels.
We struck out on a high five from the otters because it was breakfast time. I wouldn't choose the news guy either. However, we got to meet Ben and Jerry. Colby and I passed on the camel kiss, but we did get a lot closer than I was expecting. Oh, that's weird. That's weird. Not weird, but it's like, it's not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
From reptiles, armadillos, sloths, iguanas, you never know what you'll find in each building, creating memories with animals you can't find anywhere else here on Delmarva. Their famous kangaroos and wallaby are truly an up-close experience where I met a friend who asked me to put them on the news. As you wish. For Discover Delmarva with Angus here at Coastal Wilds in Frankfort, Delaware, because local matters. I'm Jake Grant, WMDT.